first thing we're gonna do today is kind of get these vegetables processed, if you will. And for this dish, we're gonna do a little bit smaller pieces, but keeping them kind of long, just little 1.5 inch pieces. Set that right over here by our grill, and then we're gonna do our turnips. I love keeping some of the greens on top. You don't have to, it's a little fancy, little cute, right about there. And the people out there that don't eat these things, raw or cooked, start eating them. These are the sweetest, most beautiful vegetable almost ever. So just 1/4 inch on these guys, on the turnip greens. Into the bowl. But we're actually gonna keep the broccoli rabe separate. We're gonna cut them a little bit smaller than what we're gonna do with the greens. Little stem cut here, but in that goes. And then we're gonna take the tops of the broccoli rabe and just give it a 1 or 2 inch cut. This stuff is so beautiful. All right, so now we have our 3 separations here. So we'll do a little bit of olive oil in there. Then we're gonna add our garlic scapes. Whoa. So they're starting to blister now, which is really cool. The skin's coming off a bit. And I'm actually gonna set that aside for a second, just to kind of let it hang out. Season it up. A little pepper in there. We're gonna use this onion for 2 things today. We're gonna do a little saute with the greens, but we're also gonna do some pickled onions here. Take half the onion. We're gonna go crossways, just kind of really thin. That's really fun. Here's some kosher salt here. And then we're gonna go in with some red wine vinegar. Just a couple, tablespoon. And then, tablespoon of sugar, maybe a little bit, for good luck, as my kids say. We're gonna do half a lemon in here. Watch the seeds, and then give that a stir. So you just want kind of enough liquid to just have them rest down in there. They don't have to be totally flooded, because I'm gonna keep stirring them a little bit here. We're gonna put that aside, come back to it in a minute. We're gonna prep our meatballs right now. Pound of ground lamb. So we're gonna season this lamb here and a little bit of our smoked Spanish paprika. This stuff is absolutely amazing. So we're gonna do 2 back of the spoon, call it 3. About a tablespoon of mustard powder. We're gonna hit it with salt, about half a tablespoon. And then what we're gonna do is some dill pollen. This stuff is amazing. Not much. I just want a very slight seasoning of the dill pollen in there. And that'll do it for our seasoning. And then I'm gonna hit it with just a touch of olive oil, about a tablespoon. That's gonna kind of just add a little bit of richness to the dish. And then we're gonna get in there with our gloved hands and go to work. One little cute guy and the rest the big ones. We're gonna go in with the broccoli rabe stems here. Kind of give that a little stir about. And they're gonna wilt pretty quick. Those turnip greens are going in next, just because they do take a little bit more time. So now what I wanna do is add some red onion. There's nothing like cooking greens in a cast iron pan. It's just keeps that heat and just softens the vegetables so nicely. And there's really nothing better than cooking it on the farm. So we're gonna go in now with the tops, the broccoli rabe tops, a little bit of salt and pepper. Give that a little stir. And then we're gonna get our cast iron, our other little cast iron on. Get that hot and ready to go. But meanwhile, we're gonna make our sauce, which is a sumac yogurt, Greek yogurt, plain. The label's kind of ripped up, but this has a really tangy, sort of earthy texture and flavor to it. It's really kind of a unique product. We're gonna go in with about a tablespoon of that. And then we're also gonna put in some harissa paste, a little Middle Eastern flavor here. Tablespoon of that goes in, just fold it in. So you can see it changing colors there. It's beautiful. We're also gonna hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's easy and that's fast. And that's kind of what you want with this CSA. You get your share, you come home from a long day of work, you don't want to spend all day. So now what we're gonna do is put it into a little squirt bottle. Hopefully I can get it all in there. We're gonna clean this guy up, get our lid back on here, and then we're gonna check on our greens. Got a little color on some of our onions, perfect. Kind of hold that aside and get ready for our meatball. Little olive oil goes in, and you want to hear that sizzle. because if the pan doesn't sizzle, it's not ready to go. Nobody likes soggy meatballs. This is exciting. So now we have smoke and heat and our beautiful greens, and I'm gonna shut the lid on this guy for a minute. We'll be back to that in a second. Ooh, you can see that smoke in there. It's been flavoring these bad boys. You can see how much liquid they've lost already. What we're gonna do is get this fire cranked back up and get rid of some of that liquid just by a reduction. Vegetable pan on here, and that's not gonna take long to heat up because that fire is ripping. Now what we're gonna do is cut these turnips into quarters. In with our turnips, sizzling. Cooking with fire, it's exciting. A little salt, a little pepper. That's all we'll need. Oh, you can see this back of the skin already getting nice and browned up and bubbling. Look at that. Good heavens. My favorite vegetable of the spring, early summer, the hikari turnip. We are gonna plate this. We're gonna go right in the middle with these guys here. Turnips are ready to invite the peas to the party. So here they come. And these guys are so fresh and beautiful. They just need just a little kiss of fire. So we got our beautiful, beautiful meatballs, lamb meatballs here. Hot from the grill, smoky, beautiful, lovely lamb. So now our beautiful roasted hikari turnips and sugar snap peas, just picked here at Cosmic Apple Farms. And we're just gonna give it a little drizzle really quick over the top. I'm gonna leave some of the meatball. You can serve this on the side too. Then we're gonna finish with our beautiful red pickled onion on top here. And this is just gonna give that dish the pop that it needs. Lamb loves mint. So we got our little dill here. We're gonna throw in some lemon basil that we just picked. And we're gonna give that just a little chop, not much. And then we're gonna pour that down, make it rain, and that's it. Okay, that's awesome. So we got a cast iron seared lamb meatball on a bed of broccoli rabe and fresh turnip greens with hikari turnips and sugar snap peas, a little bit of pickled onion with some sumac yogurt sauce. So here's some of my favorite people on planet Earth. The biggest thing about our project here is supporting people like this, and they work so hard to create such beautiful food for us. I just can't say it enough. Meatballs, poison sumac. I mean,
you mean the other kind of sumac?
The other kind of sumac.
Oh, whoa. So good.
That's a good
That
sauce.
is awesome.
So good. Can we say anything else besides so good?